Good afternoon, everybody. It's 4:01 here on this Thursday. Wishing you a good day so far. Dustin Staples joining you here once again, as always. We hope you have a good day. We hope you've had a good day. It's been pretty cool out there. Now, if you're along the coastline, obviously the cooler weather has been a little bit of a warmer story for you. So definitely a lot warmer there. Make sure my microphone's on. A little bit warmer there for our coastal counties. So again, it's been pretty okay inland. If you like the cool overcast, I was telling folks earlier on the noon, I think it was Courtney I was telling with his old anchoring with us, it's a nice afternoon just to go home, read a book, cup of chocolate, warmth around the fire, go watch a movie. The sun is now setting here in the next 50 or so minutes now. We're now in that time of year, or 55 minutes rather. We're now in that time of year when we're starting to see the sunset between 4:50 and 4:55. So now again, we're going to be getting dark before 5:30 now over the next little bit. So something to keep in the back of your mind. But overall though, let's get to your temperatures, because it's the story to tell is around the east is those cool weather things that the cool weather days. Really, we've been around 50s, 60s. We even got close to 70 for some locations between Swan Quarter, Stumpy Point. I honestly think, if I'm going to be honest with you, I think some of those sensors were just running a little bit too high out there. Definitely one of the coolest days for inland locations. Overall, that's what we've been dealing with that. 10 to 13 degrees cooler for majority of the east inland locations. They're along the coast, a couple of degrees here or there. Not looking too bad in Grifton, though. Look at that beautiful sun around towards the Grifton cameras looking over Pitt County. Not much to complain about. There's the sunshine. It's been hidden all day, even back towards our Pirate Camp there. Of course, they are on the road to UTSA this weekend, and there's basketball also taking place there tomorrow. There's two games, one at 11 a.m. and another one at 7 p.m. So something to keep in mind if you're heading out to the basketball games there. And before too long, it'll be baseball season, so batter, hit on home plate. Quiet right now on the First Alert Live radar. Really not much to discuss, really. A few little blips of some sprinkles north of the Albemarle Sound. That's really been the theme for today. We had a few showers there early on this morning here. And again, that rain blob you see between Tennessee, Kentucky is just shrinking and shrinking and shrinking diameter. Every time it moves, it starts to fall apart. Even down towards the rain towards Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, along the border of Arkansas, picking up a little bit of rain. Even some storms back towards New Mexico there, though they're getting snow on the Rocky Mountains, so they're used to getting that this time of year, as a lot of that warm air and that cold air is kind of battling out with that as well. So again, that's typical what they usually get. Let's talk tropics for a little bit. I know we haven't really harped on it as much because several reasons. There's been no development for about almost 3-4 weeks almost. We had Melissa. Again, that went right through Bermuda there. It was Jamaica, a monster Category 5 storm. Again, they're still cleaning up, by the way, if you're curious down there. But no tropical development on the coast of Africa, just a lot of unorganized moisture. There's some unorganized systems. Most of these are like lingering stalled cold fronts that we've seen in past days. They just stall out in the ocean and they really don't do any development for us. But overall, though, most of the Caribbean, the Gulf is pretty quiet. The moisture you see obviously further inland is the rain I just showed you a second ago on radar. So no impacts to that. And guess what? We're not really watching anything else develop here. So, folks, I might be saying we might be possibly at the end of our tropical, knock on wood, season here if this continues as is. The way the projections are going, yeah, I think we might be closing shop up on tropics. So some good news for those asking about that. Now, of course, going the rest of the afternoon, we're going to be seeing again those temperatures hold in the 40s and 50s tonight. Clouds are going to act like a blanket. So it's going to cap off of how low we go. We see go towards this evening hours, maybe a few showers, sprinkles, something towards sunrise. We'll get a first batch of showers early on, say between about 11 a.m. and about 3 p.m. Those are out of here. Along the coast, you'll probably see showers. Not heavy rain, but maybe some, consistent downpours here or there, but they'll be real brief at times. No thunderstorms expected with this system, just some very isolated showers. As we go towards tomorrow night, though, we're going to start to see another round of showers move in, but they're not widespread. They're just spotty, not a complete, overhead of showers we're watching at this time. Though again, rain's appreciated. Again, the drought monitor came out today, and I showed you that last hour. We need the rain. So again, forecast outlook for rainfall. Look at this, quarter of a half inch. Some new data looks like is coming in over the last little bit. So that's what we're seeing with that rainfall, about a quarter. Now, if you're lucky, if you do get a quick downpour, about a half an inch to roughly an inch of rain, I guess count yourself lucky, because the rain is definitely needed for sure, no doubt about. Now, let's talk about your winds forecast. We're going to have south components of the wind here holding steady for most of Friday, and then the breezes begin to pick up late tomorrow night and through Saturday morning. They're going to come out of this westerly direction. Southwest flow really warms us up in the 70s for Saturday, which is why we do have that flow in place. Now, that'll hold steady for most of Saturday, even Sunday too. All right, it's Thanksgiving next week, a week from today. We're 6 days now officially away from Thanksgiving, and it does look like so far all of our turkeys there, they're cold. No cold weather, no rainy weather. We may have a little rainy weather. Again, I highlighted yellow for sunny. As of now, things can change, but things, as you always know around Eastern Carolina, can just flip like the beat of a drum here. So like you said there, we didn't really put any rain chances in there. Maybe an isolated rumble of thunder possible there on Saturday, but again, that's isolated and very scattered if we do see a rumble of thunder. Not expecting, again, no severe weather with this, just maybe an isolated storm here or there. Temperatures cold in the 70s, so a pretty warm-ish day ahead of it that well. Now, the humidity is going to be up just a tad, but it's doable. And then look at that, we go from the 70s back to the 60s there for a long stretch again. A lot of sunshine remains at play, and again, a few more showers heading into early next week. Not a complete washout though, but just something to keep in the back of your mind if you are going to be out and about. So all in all, really not a bad looking forecast as those temperatures hold down in the 70s, and then cooling off for Thanksgiving. 60s there, again, maybe a stray morning shower early on the day of Thursday of next week, but again, that's really going to be just about it as we wrap up our week to come. So on that note, folks, I bid you all a farewell. I will catch you tomorrow morning. Jim Howard is off tomorrow. He'll catch you Sunday morning. So you'll have me tomorrow on air, and Saturday morning taking a little time off for the holiday. So I'll be with you back tomorrow morning. And then after that, you won't see me for a little bit. I'll kind of vanish for a little time as well. So on that note, do take care. And again, any information you may have missed, head to our website at WITN.com. Chief Meteorologist Zach Coulter's keeping you company for the rest of the evening, 4, 5, 6, and 11. And then again, I will be back with you tomorrow morning here beginning at 4:30 on WITN News at Sunrise, and of course what's brewing with here with Gigi and yours truly. Take care, folks. We will talk to you soon.